Alright, Abusia, me this adom na share into Yakopadu me na ye ho ye we a news update na ye de eba beso.
Now you're minister for roads.
Aye.
Aha. Sir, yi apedwa sawama pedwa kwan na eda ho na no. E de na mantumi anye because nanado ba ye ya ba ye sa kwan no e de afiri ho. E na minim se what so se wo mo se nanado aba yi obi enu a waye kwan ese no na no kuma se de kwa 100 kilometer roads. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia akwa ye. Ena ba ku biem asaba beto ayete de yi so ne se Cocoa road contractors 14 billion Ghana cedis aband wo mka ye outstanding na no wo se ka no na ye be 4 point something billion momo penso 2015-2016 ena se mihu de a ye ntua se awuru kwa ma banks no ka wo mo de no enkobo wo ye te sen.
Oh, first of all, Cocoa Road project no enye Ministry of Roads and Highways.
Oh, okay. Enye mo dia
Cocoa Roads project Cocoa board omo ejuma.
Okay.
Now Ministry of Roads and Highways Emma omo in those days when I was there no omo engineers into yama omo technical support. But everything about procurement for the construction of roads in the cocoa growing areas no nenye Ministry of Roads ejuma.
Wow.
Namiti honor as a minister man awarded Cocoa Road. Man, I didn't recommend a contractor or contractors to Cocoa Board or to award them contracts. I had absolutely nothing to do with the award of Cocoa Road.
Oh, but that's happening within your own ambit of power. Nan ka betimi ayesu. Ejawadanfo bi anan kwa man kakra nan ko ye.
No. It's always important to know your limits.
Okay.
In everything, the contractors will be saying that, oh, Prime Minister for saying no my jumano na omanto yeka. So all this talk about Cocoa Roads, what am I doing that?
There be
because I knew my limits.
Oh wow, you know your level too.
I know my level.
Okay, now and so ma pega de ne.
And so ma pega de no. Na onim say na the gang of four. Onim sa. Now President Kufuor no start here. At time is in power. Now President Kufuor started here. No, there was no dedicated funds. There was no funding source for those roads. Into here they go budget and so. Okay, so the first thing Atamil did was to float bonds and raise money to pay the contractor. Now Omosha say, hey, Jumano. When we came into power, when your mama came into power as president or Twaso and made money periodically available, yet well carriage, we concentrated on the crowd-bound lane, when the every Apejua in Sawam Ediko Apejano, we concentrated on that, and then we bridge, into equino echo say where we got to before we left power. But the strategy was that the young dual carriage at one time, young one lane. Into there one lane echo.
I see. Now what the clock minu di ewie no no cre says compare more time and MPP time one. Empokran ekwa kopim aban wo ma baso nyina na MPP aye kwan pa.
Oh, sa no mo kan. MPP for sa no mo kan. But media meaning say won't even declare a year of rules on two consecutive budgets. That shows you that with declarations Juma. That should tell you that. That's number one. Number two, the first time we declared the year of roads, the amount of money in the budget for the Ministry of Roads and Highways and the Uko Parliament and whom contribution was 400 million Ghana cedis. That time was just a little above $100 million. $100 million cannot do 100 kilometers of roads. So how could that year of roads be achieved? And so the first time they declared a year of rules, I said it won't happen. Because I did their way, the money you are giving to the minister, and to a year of rules. And it came to pass. It came to pass. Now, we knew him say, in 2019, Edico 2020, 2021, 2022, government capital expenditure almost last year because we were not having money again. And we know that in next, the government should look at Kumasi roads. Meanwhile, they are saying they are done roads, but you read it recently. And I want guys. Good. So I mean, if you can continue, but Mali said it. You can deceive the people sometimes, but cannot deceive all the people all the time. It will catch up with you.
Okay. Honorable, that's an pay.
And that's it.
But when I say Honorable Inusa Husseini for
inti enu ai ba na kwakọ ye aseda manko for chese na mambo ne die no kwasem ni the northern part of Ghana so enyemu omochefa enne ye ni kire eye pandai ifru ho a ne ba bimbila na ejumadi no His Excellency the President edi ku ewa ha na ordinary ache nkra enti kwa mu busa na sanete
enne ye mammo ne adwuma so na mamemra na nsan mu ankasa mu amanyo konfu soldiers ni bi kura de krata aba bonti se be yanka mampani wonye reshuffle no kura no also echoed by the minority no me ade but president yaka say enya de reshuffle bia ebeba na minim se wate ho asem eti sei
oh medase say yenuanom minority there omunya ma ben mu nso o ma ye reshuffle ben presa and His Excellency the former president Mahama Oshewe Igbo so the Attorney General China no wa gide amobi fufuro
na ni waka na we
kwa me pa na ya so da fomo na no okweshu bi bozo bi man energy minister no bi kon ho na no ko 10,000 and no se sa no education was se be in prison works and housing was the Ben Prince. So one penny Muhammad, you saw no yen reshuffle. So on your swap up by me, you know, from my reshuffle Ben Prince. Kwame reshuffle. Obi oga kase bia ehu hia wa ben mu bia na enya no kwe. And obi en ho so a man penny bia no so be reshuffle a. Obeba we do so ababa na say. The TN say, young at the party leadership at the steering committee.
Way supports his claim that he is someone who has what it takes to repeal a tax. He's been in government before. He understands the management of the economy. So we don't believe that. I said, but we'll still come to that. Yeah. We'll still come to that. Let me pick it from. I want to add the Supreme Court, and then you can just pick the two, sure, so that we can. So the Daily Graphic has reported that Supreme Court has thrown out injunction on e-levy, and the report is by Emmanuel Ibuhoxin. He says the Supreme Court has dismissed the interlocutory injunction application by 3 members of Parliament, MPs, which sought to temporarily put the implementation of the electronic transfer e-levy on hold. Led by the minority leader Haruna Iddrisu, the 3 National Democratic Congress MPs wanted the court to halt the implementation of the e-levy pending the final determination of their suit challenging the constitutionality of its passage by Parliament. The other MPs are Mahama Yariga, MP for Boko Central, and Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, MP for North Tongue. However, in a unanimous decision yesterday, a 7-member panel of the Apex Court held that putting an injunction on the e-levy would occasion irreparable harm to the state and would not be in the public interest. And it goes on to talk about other things. However, there is also a report, of course, from Metro, which says, Member of Parliament for North Tongue, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, has said, although the minority's injunction application against the implementation of the e-levy was denied, plaintiffs take solace in the order of the Supreme Court to the Ghana Revenue Authority to ensure that they keep adequate records for a possible mass refund to all Ghanaians in the event that they succeed with their substantive case of declaring the passage of the e-levy unconstitutional. So when the court's proceedings finally end and the ruling is that the passage of the e-levy is unconstitutional, the court is requesting the Ghana Revenue Authority to refund every PESWA that anybody has paid in the application of the e-levy or in the any transactions that they have done. And the team from the NDC says they take solace in that. There is still hope when they succeed in court.
After being educated by GRE, that this is a way to capture informal people into the dashboard.